Hey guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel once again. This is Abhishek, your friend but not a financial advisor. And with that being said, this is a request, guys, that don't take this stock or this video just as it is. Please do your own research, your own due diligence, because it's your hard-earned money, and especially in such a market which we are in right now, nothing is perfect, right? So please be careful, evaluate the company, and then make your own decision. Yes, you can use this video as a part of your own due diligence. I will be trying to provide as much as information I can, but personally, I am, yes, invested in this company, and my patrons are as well invested in this company. So with that being said, this could be one of the best penny stocks which we can buy right now, because also the analysts are quite in favor of this company, and this has become one of the analysts' favorite stocks. So without further ado, let's just jump right into the company. Okay guys, so the penny stock which we are going to talk about today, and which in my opinion could be one of the best penny stocks to buy now, and not in just my opinion, because this is one of the analysts' favorite biopharmaceutical company, and this is Redhill Biopharma, going with the ticker symbol RDHL, trading at Nasdaq, and currently is at a price of $7.25, which was up by 1.54% from the previous trading day, and currently is at a market cap of $338 million with a day range of 7.14 to 7.39. So there was not a much of volatility, but the 52-week range is from 5.91 until 11.52. But this doesn't matter. Look at the volume spike from the last trading day, and this is because it recently got a really good analyst rating, which we will get onto in a few moments. And you can see that the stock price momentum is amazing, how it grew from 6.20 and is growing exponentially. So usually we say that the exponential rate is not that good for a stock price, but don't just look into this chart. Actually, this is a good sign for us. This is kind of making a head and shoulder pattern, but we will get on to that later in this video. So we can basically say that the stock price actually got a massive hit, and from its all-time highs of 11.52, it went down to 5.91 in just a span of 3 months. So it went to $5.91, which was the 52-week low, and we know that this has happened since past 2-3 months, when the massive correction happened for all the tech stocks and the pharmaceutical companies as well. So Redhill Biopharma was not an exception, and same happened with this. But we can see that in the 6-month period, we can see the average stock price was trading at 8.6 or $8, which is still higher than 7.25, which is the last trading price of the stock. And in the 1-year chart, we can see that still we do have an upside potential of $10, and basically the average price of $8 somewhere is the average price for sure. So we can see that the stock price is trading at a discount of over 40 to 50%. So this is still a good opportunity. So we still have a good upside potential on this stock, especially after the upgrade in the analyst rating. So now let's get going. So guys, as the name suggests from the name of the company, it is a biopharmaceutical firm that focuses its research and efforts mainly on gastrointestinal illnesses. Now the company has an active product line until 2020 with 6 drug candidates at the clinical stage of research and development, and out of which the 3 products are already approved in the US or globally, and now are already in the commercialization process. So as you can see, these 3 drugs right here, Emcolo, Talicia, and Movatnic, I hope I pronounced them right. In case I did not, then I'm sorry for that, but you can see the drug's name here, and I will also link the presentation in the description down below so you can have a look at it, because I will not go through the complete presentation in order to make this video quite long. So as we can see that these 3 products are already in the commercialization phase, and then we also have the 3 other products in the pipeline. So we will go on to the financials, or let's say not detailed financials, but I will show you that how these 3 products alone has massively gave this company a huge growth. So that's what I'm assuming, that as soon as these products come into the market or they get FDA approved, these could be our huge catalyst, and that's why the analysts are also quite bullish on this company, which we'll get onto further in this video as well. So we will look into the analyst ratings, and that's why I'm bringing up this company for you guys, because this is an early stage and this company does have a huge upside potential if we look into the stock price where it is at right now. So That's why I'm bringing up this talk for you guys at an early stage so you can think about it and research about it even more and then make your final decision. So let's move on. Okay guys, so this slide will give us a much better outlook on the company's progress. So like we already discussed, that the company already has 3 commercial products which are out in the market and are generating a really good revenue for the company, which we'll get onto in a few moments. So apart from that, the company has actually 6 products in the development pipeline. So RHB204, which is working on the NTM disease, already on the phase 3 trials. RHB104, which is working on Crohn's disease, also had positive results from the phase 3 MAP US study. Then RHB102, which is working on gastro disease, and RHB106 for bowel cleanser, phase 2 and 3 studies planned. And then we have these 2 drugs which are actually for oncology indications plus for COVID-19. So ongoing phase 2 and 3 COVID-19 and phase 2 oncology program and phase 2 by 3 COVID-19 and GI and oncology indications. So these 2 drugs are also basically working on the gastrointestinal disease, which are also related to COVID-19. So that's how the company is actually going to progress, guys. So we can see that apart from these 3 has worked quite in favor of the company. And if, for example, any of these drugs get FDA approval, that could be one of the major catalysts. And just imagine, guys, till now there are only 3 products in the market from the company, and we are waiting for 6 more drugs and products from this company. So no wonder why analysts are quite bullish on this company, and that's what makes me bullish on this company as well. So I just want to give you a really brief overview about all the 3 drugs which are already in the commercialization phase. So the first drug, which is Movatnic, is actually a treatment for opioid-induced constipation, which is a common side effect which is approved for US globally, but excluding for now Europe, Canada and Israel. So as we can see, it was approved already in USA in 2014, launched in 2015 by AstraZeneca and Daiichi Sankyo. And some of the key attributes are specifically designed for opioid-induced constipation, favorability, tolerability and safety profile, available in 2 doses, strong reimbursement coverage, and the patent protection is extended until at least 2028. And then the second commercially acclaimed drug, or the commercial success from this company, is Talicia, which is used for treatment of H. pylori infection, which is actually a common cause for stomach ulcers, and also has received FDA approval just in November 2019. And Talicia has a patent protection extended until 2034, and the market size is humongous, guys. Affects over 50% of the world population with 2 million US patients treated annually. Until 2018, US and global markets estimated was up to $1.4 billion and $4.8 billion respectively. Approximately 300% quarter-over-quarter prescription growth and rapid expansion has been noticed, and national coverage for over 167 million lives with additional coverage expected, and this gives us a massive opportunity and a market size for Talicia. And then guys, last but not the least, which is also really becoming a commercial success for this company, is Mcolo, which is actually used for treatment for diarrhea, especially for the travelers, because when a person, or there are many travelers which are traveling from one continent to another continent, and then there is a difference in the bacteria in the food that can cause stomach upset or diarrhea. And this drug is one of the drugs or one of the medicine which could be in the traveler's kit. So this is why this is quite an amazing concept what they have introduced, and especially for travelers, and they already has a license for exclusive use in the US. So guys, just a small financial highlight. So the current market cap for the company is at $350 million, and the American depository shares are at $46.67 million. That is representing 466 million ordinary shares outstanding. And then we have cash balance until March 4, 2021 of approximately $100 million. And this is what I meant by when I said, guys, commercial success. So just from these 3 drugs, the company saw a growth in their prescriptions and the market share during 2020. Just in the full year 2020, the results from Red Hill were amazing. Look at the top line revenue. Just from 3 drugs, these 3 drugs, the top line revenue was $64 million with a gross profit of over $27 million. Look at this jump from $6 million to $64 million. And this is what I'm talking about, guys, when I'm talking about some pharmaceutical companies which don't have who don't have good operating margins and who don't have good profit margins, well, this is what my investment looks like. So I have a portfolio where the majority of my portfolio is into value investment, but then there's some part in my portfolio which belongs to such high risk, high reward businesses. And especially the pharmaceutical companies, they don't have such good margins because most of their money is coming from the financial activities. They don't generate a lot of free cash, in fact no free cash flow, and that's why they are putting too much money with the help of debt back into their business, back into R&D, because the main purpose of these pharmaceutical companies are to make life-saving drugs, guys, and to generate profit is a later stage and a later aim for these companies. Of course, they have to be profitable at some stage, but in the beginning, the only purpose for these companies are to develop the drugs which could be later approved by the FDA, and then they could finally commercialize these drugs. And this is what is happening with this company. So like we saw, just after these 3 drugs were finally commercialized, finally were approved to be sold in the US, and still 2 of these drugs are not yet commercially globally accepted, excluding like Europe, Canada and Israel. So that's why still this revenue is not the full potential what the company can experience from these 3 drugs. So just look at this growth. Just within 1 year, the revenue growth is over 1000%. And this is amazing, guys. Of course, the work behind this growth took maybe 4 or 5 years to develop this drug. And this is what pharmaceutical companies are all about. And like we already saw, guys, that they do have a plenty of cash, up to $100 million cash on hand, to fuel up their pipeline projects. And therefore, guys, having plenty of cash and a profitable product line puts Redhill in a strong and a solid position to continue its development activities. The company has several novel therapeutics, like we already saw in the pipeline, as potential treatments for COVID-19 as well. And these include opaganib, which is an ongoing phase 2/3 study on hospitalized patients, RHB 107, which we already saw in the beginning, which is also in an ongoing phase 2/3 study, but for non-hospitalized patients. So we are covering both the categories. And then the clinical pipeline also includes RHB 204, which is in the phase 3 trial as a treatment for pulmonary NTM disease. And all of these things, all of these pipeline projects, plus the successful commercialized drugs, has got the attention of many analysts out there. So now let's get on to the analyst ratings and what the analysts actually think about this company and some price targets. So the Wall Street analysts are actually predicting that the 3 commercialized drugs, Movatnik, Talicia and Emcolo, alone could generate a peak annual sales of $1.1 billion by 2028. And then the other pipeline projects like opaganib and RHB 204 could generate a revenue of $400 million by 2030. And RHB 204 potentially providing a durable long-term revenue stream beyond 2040 if pending patent claims are issued. They believe that everything in together could be generating a sustainable revenue of over $1 billion for a long period of time. And that's why the analysts have given such an amazing rating for this company. So as you can see, there are 5 strong buy ratings from 5 5-star analysts, no hold, no sell, with an average price of $19.60 and with a high price target of $26, with a low of $12, and with the current price of $7.25, we still have an upside potential of 170% with the average price target of $19.60. And this is why I am bringing this particular company up to your attention, because it's not late. Me and my patrons jumped into the stock quite early, not that early, but last week, and we are up by 5 to 6%. So that's why it's not late, guys. We still have a huge potential, and from here we can easily take an yield of 170% on our investment. So it's never too late, unless you watch this video after 2 or 3 months when the price is already $19. So yeah, that I cannot guarantee. But apart from that, yes, please do your own research. I don't guarantee anything, and these are just analyst price targets. Analyst price targets are not always right, but according to my opinion, these price targets are not that bad actually, to be honest. looking into the company's success and looking into the revenue growth, what they faced just in 1 year, I do think that they do have the potential to reach these price targets easily. But that's just my opinion, guys. I'm not a financial advisor. Please do your own research and take care of your hard-earned money. Now let's just jump onto the technical aspect of this stock price, and then we conclude our video. Okay guys, so now let's have a quick look at the technical chart of the stock so that we can understand how the stock price is moving and we can take buying opportunity decision according to the movement of the stock price and the technical pattern. So I have drawn few moving averages before already. So we have the 21-day moving average, which is represented by this orange line. Then we have the 50-day moving average, which is this blue line, and then we have 200-day moving average, which is this purple line. So we can see that the stock price is trading below the 200-day moving average, but the good news is that it is actually above the 21-day EMA, which means that the stock price has a good buying momentum, and then it's already bounced back from the 50-day moving average, simple moving average, which is also a good indicator. Though we have two bearish signs or reversals here, like this big red candle which is engulfing the small green candle, and then we have a doji, but I don't think that these two bearish signs could actually make a reversal, because we also have a good sign here. So you can see we have an inverted head and shoulder pattern right here. So the first shoulder, then the head, and the second shoulder is being formed, and then we can see that this trend line or the neckline is about to be broken. So we see that the volume is increasing. There is not a single red spike what we can see in the volume. The RSI is curling up, the stock price is moving with a good momentum. We can also see that with the 21-day moving average, exponential moving average, which is a momentum indicator, and we can see that the stock price is having a good run. So we can see that the stock price actually bounced back from this Fibonacci level, and now it's reaching towards this resistance level. So we would have to wait until this resistance is broken. Usually the stock price tend to reach this green golden zone, which is called the Fibonacci golden zone, and usually the stock price tends to recover up till this zone, and after that the resistance are quite heavy. So we can see that these two resistance could be broken easily, and also the other thing is that this is the exact gap where these two resistances are lying. So that means we could see that this resistance, these two resistance at 7.8 and 8.67 could be broken easily, because two indicators are pointing towards this. That means first one is the gap right here, and the second one that the green zone starts here. So I personally think that there won't be any issue to break these two resistance. Also, the momentum is into the buying region, and also we see that we do have a heavy buy pressure according to the volume indicators. So that's my view on the technical chart, guys. I personally bought into this company at around $6.5 or something. So I'm not worried at all to hold this company at least until $12 or $14. That would be my price target. I would be aiming for sure 100% return on my investment for this company, because I do see the potential of this stock to reach up to $14 or $15 easily. And that's why I would be holding onto this company. What I would be doing is that I would be waiting until this resistance is reached, and if this resistance is not broken, then it might revert back to this support level, and that's when I will buy more. So that would be the only strategy what I would be following, and as soon as the resistances are getting broken step by step, I will be buying into a really small amount, and that's it, guys. So that's all from my side, guys. Please be careful with your own investment. Don't rush with things, especially in the current market situation. I just wanted to bring up this stock up to your attention. That's all. I'll see you in the next one.